So something is happening right now inside the United States that could hurt millions and millions of people. But it's causing many people to absolutely lose everything. Now, today I want to break down what is going on, why homeowners are furious, why renters are upset and irate at their landlords. Again, I'm going to break all this down, but one thing I can tell you is this is just the beginning. Things are going to get far worse, and the expectation is people will get screwed. So I'll break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So what in the world is happening? Well, here's what I can tell you. Homeowners are furious because they are paying for something that keeps going up. Renters, again, furious, irate, completely upset at their landlords because they keep raising rates. But why? Well, it has to do with insurance. Now, I want to show you something. Look at this article right here. This just came out the other day. It said Progressive is the latest insurance company to stop offering a homeowner coverage in Texas. There's already insurance companies that have stopped doing business in California. Some stopped doing business in Oregon and even Florida. But here's the crazy thing. People are getting crushed because, and let me just paint this picture for you. Let's say in California, you were with insurance company A, and I'm not going to use names here, okay? It's just insurance company A. They had a great policy. You were paying, let's say, $150 a month, right? Covered you were good, you're happy. Well, let's say insurance company A and insurance company B is offering the exact same thing, but insurance company A decides we are going to stop giving coverage to Californians because of the high fire rate, right? The fire zones in the state. So they decide they're just going to drop out. Well, what happens to insurance company B? They keep on increasing the rate because guess what? You have no other option. You have to pay them. They're the only person in town. Well, here's the reason why I bring this to your attention. Last night, there was a presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. Vice President Kamala Harris made it very clear. She has a plan. Her plan is to bring back affordable housing. Now, according to experts, they say that yes, this could work. She could bring back affordable housing, but her plan is to build more affordable homes. There's a problem with that. Okay, that could solve the problem initially, but there's a bigger problem. Is right now, there's a couple things. First, we have millions of immigrants coming into the United States that are buying up and moving into said homes, or the ones that are being built. The second thing is there's a homeowner insurance crisis that we have to deal with. Look at this. This is from MoneyWise. It says, how do I pay that? California homeowners are feeling crushed by double-digit insurance rate hikes. Here's why costs in the Golden State are skyrocketing and if there's relief in sight. There's no relief in sight. I have a comment that I want to read you in just a second, but I want to show you this because this pretty much falls in line with the comment that I'm going to read you. It says, because of the fires around here, they say my home is in a fire zone. So they added $1,200 to it. So now instead of $900 a month, it's $2,100. How do I pay that? Hundreds of thousands of people are frustrated that they are being charged more in excess of what they should be charged. And you know why? Companies like State Farm. Okay, you can see it right here. I'll just read it to you. State Farm recently requested permission from state regulators to raise rates by 30% for homeowners, 52% for renters, and 36% for condo owners. Allstate Insurance just received approval to raise rates by an average of 34%. The increase is hitting some residents hard. Well, here's why I want to read you this. Okay, listen to this comment. Now, I don't know the exact date and all this stuff happened, but let me just read this comment. This person says, and I quote, as a longtime California resident, I am appalled by what has taken place over the last handful of years. I know I shouldn't be complaining if I am still choosing to live here, but what the state and insurance companies are doing to homeowners should be illegal. I live in Corona, California, and according to my insurance company, I now live in a high fire zone. So instead of paying $680 a month for my home, I am now being told that it will cost me $2,386 a month. My mortgage was $670 a month, so now I will need to pay almost $9,000 a month just to keep my home. This isn't right, and something must be done to stop this from continuing. Now, here's what I think is interesting. First off, $680 a month for homeowners insurance. In certain areas, that's pretty typical for the state of California, even Florida as well. In Texas, I don't think so, but again, I'm not 100% sure. But to go from a mortgage payment plus your insurance of $6,700 a month to all of a sudden there's a $2,300 increase, and so now you're paying $9,000. That's crazy. That is crazy right there. Okay? Now, I want to show you something else. Look at this one right here. This says Boulder. Homeowners face soaring insurance rates or dropped coverage, a reality once confined to mountain communities. The reason why we're going through this is because of climate change. Because of this. Fires. We are seeing fires in certain mountain communities. We see fires here in Washington State all the time. In Oregon, California, it's just common. In Texas, there's now additional threats of hurricanes, the same as all the coastal states in the south. So as far as Florida, again, hurricanes as well. As far as the east, the states over on the east coast, same thing, right? Potential hurricanes, possible tsunamis, right? Just all these different issues. Same thing in the south. You have things like tornadoes. That increases the cost of your homeowner's insurance. And this is what experts are saying, is that right now it's not about there's a lack of homes. There's a lack of affordable homes because homeowners or your landlords have to keep raising rents to cover that cost. Now I want to read you this one. This one has me a little bit, it's kind of annoying. But this person says, and I quote, "Has anybody had this happen to them? My insurance agent called me and said that my rate is going to go up by $103 a month unless I remove the bushes near my property and have green grass that extends at least 40 feet from all buildings." Now, here's the reason why I think this is interesting. I have a bunch of friends that do insurance, and one of the things that they've done recently is they've hired companies to go around and they pretty much just fly drones. They fly drones around. They don't drive or anything like that. They fly drones around to look at certain neighborhoods. They take pictures, take video, and then they'll go back to the insurance company and tell them, yeah, this person, they have a bunch of used car parts on their property. Chances are they have a business, whatever. We should charge them more. Oh, this person has a bunch of dead grass. Oh, this person, their roof needs to be replaced, right? And they're just going around looking at videos and pictures, and that's it. And then they're sending out invoices and telling you, well, you're going to have to pay more unless you fix this issue, unless you do this. And so I think it's very interesting. But what this person is saying is they're telling them to remove bushes from their home, which certain bushes, arborvitaes, especially if they're kind of dead or dry, they could be a fire hazard. But then they say they need to also extend their grass at least 30 feet from all buildings on their property, or they're going to pay $103 extra per month. Yeah, that's where we're going. That's where we're headed at this time. And again, I bring this to your attention because some people, just think about this for example. Let's say you have a mortgage that was $6,700. Some people are going to say that's outright insane. That's way too much. But let's say you have a mortgage of almost $7,000 a month. Okay. But then you're now hit with this additional cost of your homeowner's insurance just went up about $1,700. So could you afford an additional $1,700 payment, which is just insurance? It's just that guarantee that if something were to happen, you would have the insurance that would pay you to rebuild that home. Most people are going to say no. can't afford an additional $1,700 payment. For the average American, we couldn't afford a $1,000 emergency. There's no way we can afford a $1,700 increase to our homeowners insurance. Yeah, that doesn't even include if property taxes go up. Think about that for a second. Again, this will spiral out of control, and this is why some experts say you are going to lose everything. If you can't pay for it, they're going to come back and take what you can't technically afford. So, we'll see what happens moving forward, but I just wanted to share what is going on at this time. Again, that is what we know as of today. So, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I will see you guys on the next one.